Hey up there on YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to make the frost blades I made a couple of days ago. First you need a few pieces of this instant mould, about 2.5 pieces, some gloves, as you can see I've got them on. You need a Space Wolf sword, something to get the instant mould out of your cup of boiling water. You need a syringe for the resin, which brings us on to the resin. Clear cast resin. It's for use for medical stuff, to preserve them, or model making and that. The catalyst, which makes it set. A little container, a shot glass I got from Poundland, a big pack of them, and a toothpick. So, and you need access to cold water. First thing you do is you get one piece of instant mould out. Now, you put the sword in it like so. Like that. Make sure the sword is deep down in it, as you can see. Get your pointed thing and push the sword down, because you don't want the arm. It doesn't matter if it's not even, as long as the resin flows into the sword bit. So now that we've done that, make sure you push the sides up so the resin won't flow out of it. And I like to make a pinch at the end, so you can do that. Then you just go over to your coat tap when it's under cold water for a few minutes, seconds or something, so it hardens up. Put it in a jug of water for a minute while I do the next bit. You then get the rest of your instant mould out. Which at what point we use something I forgot to tell you about, some kitchen roll. Because I'm using bits and pieces, you want to dry it off, because I'll be moving it. You don't want bubbles in the instant mould, and if you leave water on, now of course bubbles to appear in it. So once you've dried it off, yeah, squish it together. You then get your cooled one down, pat it dry, then you put that piece formally pressed down over it so it gets into all the indentations, bubbles and all that. Now you quickly chuck it in water, because you don't want it to start the heat of the one that's already molted to start molting the other one, because it'd be harder to get apart and you have to cut it. Now you get your clear resin. I've got 2 of these shot glasses because it's easier to pour it in there, get it out with a syringe that way, and then put it into the right amount into the other one. So use the syringe since I got with it. Up into the 10mm mark. I know there's a couple of bubbles in there, so I'll suck a bit more up into it. Turn it upside down so the bubbles go to the top, and then squirt it out. So Now you've got your 10 mils. You get your clean beaker and put it in there. Now the good thing about this casting resin is it takes longer to set than this clear one does, unlike the 50/50 one. So if you do what I do and that I'll show you in a bit, the bubbles will just water their way out, so you don't have to worry about it. So you then get your catalyst. Just pour a bit into the lid like that. Get your syringe, rinse it off in clean water. And pump it a couple of times to make sure it's nice and done. Dry it off. Then you mass a tiny amount out of this. There we go. As you can see, a tiny amount just in the bottom. You're looking about 2 to 3% of this to what you've got in the beaker of the casting resin. So it's a very small amount. I suggest you have a door open at this stage, so, because it does make it smaller than that. So you get your cacao stick and you mix slowly. Unlike the other resins that you'd get to an ease and pour from one to the other and back and forwards, you don't do this with this one. You have to mix it slowly. So sorry about this taking a long time, but as you can see it, don't know if you can see it going a bit on top. So you go up and down a bit, but make sure you don't keep bringing it down and pushing it in, because that causes too many air bubbles in, but that won't really matter. So doesn't take too long to get it good mixed in, so that will do. As you can see, there's not too many bubbles in there. So what you do next is you get your mould that you've just made and you gently lever it apart like that. So you've got 2 halves. You then pop the sword out. Quite easy to do normally. There we go. That's the sword out, whole, undamaged. So you've got the 2 parts of the mould, and as you can see, with that piece unnipped all here, you can easily find where to place it, and it forms your secure part. So you get your resin, which I don't like to waste, so I've got a couple of other moulds here that I've made. So you pour it in slowly, and then tip it so it gets to all the parts of it. And then take your second part of the mould, you place it on top firmly, like that. You take a rubber band, wrap it around there like that, and then take a second rubber band and do the other hand the same. So that holds it nice and tight and all that. So I'll dry it off a bit because I've got a bit of resin on the outside. Yeah. So that's basically Anna casted. Oops, took a bit too much under it. So yeah, like I say, this has got a long setting time. It will take you about 15 to 20 hours, even 24 hours. But because of that, it also means, if you can see the bubbles in this mould here, they'll slowly walking away to the top, and you'll be left without that there. So after the time's passed, you come back to it, you take the rubber bands off, and this is a different one I've made earlier so I can show you. You take it apart, which most places sticking, so you will peel it slowly, but you end up with this. Right? Now, I should have told you this, with the mould, you lean it slightly so it's up like that. So all the resin goes down there into the sword which you want, and it will, all the bubbles will walk their way up and leave themselves in the arm, which you're not too bothered about because you don't really want that clear anyhow. So yeah, that's basically that bit for you. Yeah, then pop it out that end like that, and here's your first blade. All you have to do is get a knife and clean this up, cut the hand off and attach it to the normal sword. So thanks for watching, let me know what you think, and that's all. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe.